All right, now let's work on picking the images here. Okay, so for that we need to go to bottom chart field. So these ones we can close for now, we don't need them. All right, inside the bottom chart field here, so we have a send message, and then just below here let's create another method. Okay, first let's initialize the image picker here. Okay, so initialize image, let's say image picker. So yeah, it's going to be like that. Let's remove these comments, and then let's just import our package just like this. And then here let's create the method to pick an image. Okay, so pick an image. This is going to be a void method, which is going to say the same, pick an image. Okay, so here you can see that it's picking an image from a gallery. Okay, but let's pick multiple images, because sometimes we want to ask the AI like what is the difference between these two images. Okay, so what we can do is we can just change that, or let's remove this and make our own code. Okay, so let's do final picked images. This will be equals to await pick image dot pick multiple images. Okay, we want to pick multiple images like that. Now here let's give it some properties like max height, so let's give it 800, and then next also let's give it max width. Let's make it 800 also, and then image quality, let's take like 95%. And then what else? I think that's it. So next here we want to set those images inside our provider. Okay, the list of images in our provider, which is this. Okay, if we pick, we want to put the images here so that now it's not empty. Okay, so if we come back here, we want to call our widget widget.chat-provider.images URL, but we want to set them. Okay, we created the method to set images URLs. Okay, now we want to get the list of images, which is going to be picked images. Okay, so let's get picked images like that. All right, so that's how we are going to pick it. And then maybe let's wrap this in the try catch. So let's remove all of these. Okay, if we have an error, we are going to just log it. Okay, otherwise we just need to show a snack bar to the user. Okay, so this is how we are going to pick an image. And then here now let's check if we have picked the images or not. That's what's going to determine if is text only or if there is images. Okay, so here what we have to do is let's create a boolean. So bool, yeah, it is text only, but this is going to be determined by if we have picked the images or not. Or here let's just name it as images. Okay, as images. So what we are going to do here is to simply just check widget.provider.images URL widget.chatprovider.images file list if it is not equal to now. Okay, and widget.chatprovider.images URL is not empty. So here we need to put a now check. Okay, because they are nullable. Now we will know if this is going to be true if this condition is met. Okay, else it's going to be false. Now all we have to do now down here where we have this row, first of all here on this icon we should have a check. Okay, So this row that we have now, let's put this in a column. Okay, let's put it in a column. So first, if we have images, we have to show the images. If has images, we need to show constant of we need to show the list of images. Okay, let's say constant of size box. Okay, we need to show the images in this size box. We are going to create that. And then now here on this button, first of all, here on the icon, if we have images, so let's remove the constant keyword here. So if here, the boolean has images, what we are going to show is the icon of delete, so that we can delete the icons. Dot delete. Let's get a delete forever. Okay, else we are going to show that image. All right, and then this is going to be the same thing that is going to happen here. Okay, so here, before we pick images, what we're going to do is if has images, we need to clear. Okay, to clear the images. But before we clear, let's show delete dialog. Okay, let's not just clear. Maybe they are not sure that they want to clear. Okay, else we are going to pick the images. All right, that's what's going to happen here. So now if we hot reload, if we click here, we have to go and pick the images. Okay, now if we pick this is a Flutter image. So did I pick it? Okay, I picked it. So let's go back. I think we did not complete the method of picking an image. Okay, because once we click, we need to come back. Okay, yeah, we have picked it. Now we are back here. You can see that now we have a delete icon. Okay, so if we click here, we are in here. All right, let's hot reload and take it to normal. Okay, now everything is going to go away once we hot reload like this. We restart the application. Okay, because we haven't saved the data. All right, great. So now if we come back here, if we come here and pick an image, it's going to show us the delete icon. Okay, now the next time if we click here, we need to clear those images. Okay, great. So the other thing is, once we pick the images, we want to show the image here. Okay, so let's create that. So for that, let's create a separate class. Okay, so we go to widgets here, and then let's right click, create new dat file. So this one, let's name it at preview. Preview images. Images widget dot. Okay, so this one is also going to be a stateless widget. We're going to name it the same way, preview images widget, because we want to reuse it even on the message. Okay, so this one, we are just going to pass our required this dot message. Okay, and then here let's do final message. Okay, so now this message, let's not require it. Let's do it like this. Okay, because we only want to pass it if we are using it on the message. Okay, so let's import this, and then let's remove the required keyword here. Okay, let's keep it like that. All right, now here, let's, instead of this placeholder, let's wrap this with a consumer widget. Okay, consumer, which is going to pass the chat provider class. Okay, now here we need the builder. All right, now here let's name it as chat provider so that it's easy reference for us. So we don't need this. just like that. That's the only thing that we need. Now here, first of all, let's get the message that we are going to show. Okay, the images that we are going to show. So let's do final message to show. So here what we're going to do is to first of all check if this is not now. Okay, so we're going to check if message is not equal to now. We're going to show the message dot images URL. Okay, if this message is not now, we're going to show the images which are on the message. Okay, otherwise we're going to show the images which are in the chat provider. So chat provider dot images URL images files list. That's what we're going to show. Okay, now also let's also make a separate padding, because if we are showing it here, we want to show the different padding. Even here we'll put the different padding. Okay, so let's do final padding. You will just understand this in a moment. If message again, if message does not equal to now, so the padding here, we don't want to put any padding if we are showing it here. Okay, so we are just going to put edge insights dot 0. All right, let's remove the constant keyword. And then if it is if we are showing it here, we want to put the padding on the left. We want to put that one, and then on the right also we want to put that one. Okay, and then that's it. Now here let's return the padding widget. Okay, which is going to be to have that same padding. Let's close it there. So let's delete that, and then we can put the comma there and bring it down here. Now here, let's give this padding a child, which is going to be a sized box. Okay, now inside this size box, let's give this a height. Okay, so the height, let's give it an 80, and then right after this height, let's now return the list view where we're going to show these images. Okay, so I don't know what's missing now here. Copilot has just put this. You don't know if it's missing one bracket or what. Okay, I'm just gonna remove this and then create my own list view. Okay, list view dot builder. Okay, again it has, we need to say list view dot builder like that. Let's come down, and then let's just create this. Okay, so first of all, we're going to need the scroll direction to be horizontal. Okay, and then let's create this builder, which is context, and then item index. Okay, Copilot is just creating more and more brackets. Let's just remove that. Let's get index, and then let's return our item builder. Now here we want to have item count, which is going to come from message to show dot length. And then what else is missing here? So right after this, again, let's return a padding widget, and then let's create that. Okay, now this is, let's see what is the problem here. So okay, we did not say child here. Okay, yeah, it's a child. This list view is a child of this size box. Okay, all right, so now here we're going to return a padding widget. So let's now give this a padding. So here let's do from left top and then right bottom. So left we want to give it 4.0, and then top we want to give it 8.0, then right we want to give it 4.0, then bottom let's give it 0.0. okay, we don't need the padding at the bottom. All right, now here as a child, let's put it under the script. Okay, so let's wrap this with a widget called script widget. Okay, now this script, let's give it a border radius. Let's give it a circular border radius. Let's go up to 20. And then the child of the script is going to be the image file. Okay, now here also let's check. Okay, let's import this file, the .io. But now we also need to check here. Okay, if message widget does not equal to now, we want to show the image from the message. We put the now check dot images URLs, and then at that index. Okay, at that index. Else we want to show from the chat provider dot images files list, and then we put a now check, and then we want to put at that index dot path. All right, now we don't need this other one. Let's remove it. Let's minimize this. Let's remove all of this. Okay, we can just put a comma there. Great. So that's it. And then here it's also giving us an option to give it a height and the box fit. So we may keep this, or yeah, okay, let's just see how this will look. And then that's about it for this message preview. Okay, this preview image. Now we just need to go to the bottom chat field here where we knew that we need to show that preview image. Where is that? Here inside of this size box, let's show our preview image widget. Okay, now here let's put a constant keyword. We don't want to pass a message because here we want to get the images from chat provider. Okay, now let's bring this up and then let's run the application again. Okay, you can see that we are already showing one image here. Okay, great. Let's just let it run. So let's go back here, and then if we pick an image, we are going to show it here. Now what's remaining is just to remove it. So we can quickly just do chat provider. What is that? Chat provider. Oh, it's coming from widget dot chat provider dot clear. Did we? Or we can just set images file list dot empty. Okay, if we want, we can simply do this. If we hold reload, then if we click here, we're going to set it to empty. Okay, great. So now let's not do this. Let's just quickly create a dialog to show this. Okay, so let's come here, and then under lib here, let's create a new folder of utility like that. Then under utility, let's create a new file which is called utilities again. Now here, let's create a animated dialog box. Okay, animated dialog. So we need to rename this again to utilities.dat. Okay, now we have that comment. Okay, now let's create this dialog. So let's say void we name it show my animated dialog. So here let's require build context, which is going to be context. Okay, this is supposed to be one word. It's build context, which is going to be context. So let's import these. Next, let's require a string which is called title. All right, let's require another string of content. Let's require another string. So let me just bring this down. This is going to be action text. And then let's require a function. So this one will take a boolean, okay, which is on action. What's it on action pressed? Okay, great. So we can bring that down as well. Then bring that down. And then now here, so this is going to be asynchronous. Let's create our dialog here. Okay, so let's now see what component is coming up. It is coming up with that. No, we want the animated dialog. Okay, so here we need to say show general dialog, and then we bring our context there, and then we need to put a page builder. But first, before we do that, let's also put the barrier dismissible to true. Next, let's create a barrier label. This is going to be empty. Not that. This is going to be empty. And then let's get the transition builder. First, let's transition duration. Okay. So yeah, 200, I think it's fine. And then for the page builder, let's create that. So it's going to be context, and then we need to get the animation. Let's also get the secondary animation, what else? I think that's all. And then let's create that. So here also we need to return the container, okay, in the page builder. So let's return first of all, let's just say container, okay, like that. And then after this, we have to put a comma here and then close this one out, okay, like that. And then next, let's create now the transition builder, okay. So this one also, let's create the context, context, okay, like that. Copilot now is creating for us. Okay, let's just go through context, and then we have animation, and then we have secondary animation, and then we have a child, and then here it has chosen a scale transition, which is okay, let's change this a bit. Twin, it begins at 0, so let's get maybe 0.5 and then ends at 1. Okay, let's just complete it 1.0 and then animate. We get this animation, okay. And then after that, here, instead of just showing it, let's wrap it into the animation, the fade in transition, okay. Let's wrap it with a widget, and then let's say fade transition, okay, like that. And then let's also do the opacity. So here on the opacity, we can just get the animation, okay. You can just get that animation. And then now we have a dialog. So first of all, we have a text of a title. Here we put the text, and then let's also align it to center. Okay, text aligned. We are going to say text aligned dot center. Then what else? So the content, we are going to have that same content, but also let's align it to center. Okay, let's put that over there. And then now we have the actions. Okay, so here, so first action here, we are going to have the first action is going to be the if the user has cancelled, okay, which is a cancel. Okay, so here we are going to set the text action to false, and then we're just going to pop it. Okay, and then this one, if the user has accepted, which is we're going to put the text action, the one that will pass here, and then the on action pressed, we are going to set it to true. Okay, then that's it. Here we just need to close it. Okay, now let's give this animation a try. So we go to the bottom chat field here. Instead of doing this completely, we will just say let's cut it, and then let's do show my animated dialog. Okay, so now we just need to bring this down, and then bring this down, bring this down, and then just put the actions that we need here. So the title, let's just let the AI put for us. Then the content, yes, and then the text action, yep. And then here we know that it returns a value. Okay, so we need to check if value, we're just gonna clear the same method that we had. Okay, great. Let's hot reload. Now if we come back here, we pick an image. Okay, I don't know why it's picking it, so we want just to select it and come here. Now if we click here, we have this dialog. Okay, we can now delete, or if we cancel it, nothing happens. And then if we click here, we can delete. Okay, so now that we have an image here on this, we need to put this boolean depending on if we have an image or not. We just need to check if has image. So let's do has images false, else true. Okay, that's how we are going to do it. So let's also copy here and then paste it here, and then that's all we need to do. Okay, so now let's hot reload and try to send the image prompt. Okay, now all right, now let's come back here, then just select our own image from here. Then let's ask it, what do you see? Okay, this shouldn't be taking too long. Okay, let's have a look at our code once again. All right, so let's go inside the chat provider. Let's see where we could have a problem is on this method of so this one here. Okay, let's check this get content. Okay, so let's just go through again, because sometimes we should always go through the code that especially the ones that gets generated by the assistants. Okay, so let's see. Okay, yeah, here we need to say JPEG like this. Okay, just make sure you correct these. And then what else? So here also we need to say multi. Okay, should be multi-model. Yeah, so let's do these two changes here. Just make sure it's image/JPEG. Okay, make sure it's correct. And then here also just put mount, not model. Yeah, it won't work. We need to do these two changes. Also, again, this needs to go away when we send a message. So let's go to the bottom chat field, and then here where we are clearing the text, let's also clear that. Chat provider, it comes from widget. Okay, widget.chatprovider.set images URL to empty. All right, now let's hot reload. We want to reload the application again. We can ignore this. Okay, let's go back inside here and then let's pick our only image. We should add more images here. So let's see what's on this image. Let's send it. So we should have a response because we have done these changes here. Okay, great. Now it knows that it's a Flutter logo. Great. So one other thing is here, when you send an image, our message should have an image here. Okay, so we can do that quickly before we end this video because we have created this preview image. Okay, the one that we can reuse. So let's quickly do that before we end this video. Let's go to my message widget, and then here let's also wrap this with in a column widget. Okay, let's wrap in a column, and then here before this markdown widget, let's have a check again. If message dot image URL dot here we just need to check if it is not empty, and then we are going to show our preview images. Okay, preview, what's called what, preview images widget. Now this time we need to send a message, which is going to be a message. Okay, now let's just put a comma there, and then that's it. So now if we hot reload, we can see that the message has got the image and there it is. Okay, so now I think that's all for this video. That's all we need to do. In the next one, I'm going to download more images here so that we can test if we pick multiple images. Okay, great. So thank you guys, and see you in the next video.